Everybody, it's Victor. It's time to Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. Hope you all had a great start to your Mondays here. So I owe you all an apology about the current like streak goal, which I have reinstated because I did not do a very good job of explaining what Missing No Week would be. Essentially what happens is we're going to be playing as Eden, but we will be starting with Missing No, which means that every single floor that we are going to have from the beginning to the end of the run is going to re-roll all of our items every single time. It's a very challenging way to play. Think of it like Tainted Eden, except that you're forced to re-roll even if you don't get hit at the start of every new floor. So it'll be an entire week of that. Just to see how wacky and crazy it can get. And it's also pretty dangerous as well because you can roll into certain items. GM trainer. Excuse me. And yeah, so I've also, of course, lowered the like streak goal as we've been struggling to try to break up to the 2,500 mark, even on an Omega run, which was, again, that was a little bit of another misfire by me with the titling. Next time the Omega run will be a little bit more obvious, but I thought the animated thumbnail would give it away. So that's right, we've lowered it down to 2K now. So let's make it happen, Mosh Pit, and I apologize for the confusion and also for not promoting it better. And we'll see how this one goes. So your meme of the day brought to you. It's actually a comment of the day submitted here by Balas, however, or Balius, who actually copied another comment from 11 years ago. Title there was random comment from 11 years ago, and then in the thread, the Angry Zealot, who is the Angry Zealot, you're still out there? Let me know. Who said, "Hasten Victor, what are your thoughts of playing TF2 for your channel? I asked because I have a picture in my head of you and Husky in a heavy medic combo, with you healing Husky all the time to make him think he's doing better than he actually is." Well, first off, you're absolutely correct. That would be the exact scenario on that one. Secondly, Angry Zealot, please make yourself known if you're still subscribed to the channel. I mean, 11 years ago. Ooh. Starting off with Mercurius up in here. Lima, Sierra, Zulu Delta, Zero Hotel, Sierra Delta. We've got Mercurius. A whole lot of movement speed, good lord. And also starting off with Pandora's Box, which okay, Liberty Cap was trolling us there. I was getting real excited for our tears rate for a second there, but then I realized, yeah, no. Oh, that's a dead end there. Liberty Cap was trolling us. So yay. Right now we would get 2 soul hearts from Pandora's Box. And we pretty much need to make a decision on whether we want to do that now or wait. Because if we wait, then we're not going to be able to get it back. It really just kind of depends on how much HP we get. And this is certainly a good start here. So yeah, we've lowered the like streak down to 2K for the first time in a long time. Obviously, with some confusion going on with not only the current like streak goal, but also the whole we don't know which views and which engagement counts for YouTube anymore type thing. Just temporarily dropping it here. I think that everyone's itching for a new like streak goal, and this one, Missing No Week theme week is going to be pretty intense. I don't know if it's going to be more dangerous or less dangerous than TM Trainer Week, but we will most likely never see TM Trainer Week again, because that was very, very scary. Where we just started with TM Trainer and then just let the cards do the talking for us. And yeah, I was completely stressed for that entire week, to the point it was affecting like my sleep and stuff. My sleep is already kind of screwed up. Not too happy we got shot off of the screen there with that shot, but what can we do? Now remember, with Mercurius, we can simply, if we go into the wrong room, we can simply just walk back out, and we proc Mini Mushroom, or Skinny on Mushroom again here. Liberty Cap is going to give us a random mushroom proc, be it Fat on Mushroom, be it Skinny on Mushroom, be it Mini Mush, or even Magic Mush. It's temporary, but if you happen to get rock bottom, it can be very good. I don't think the secret room's there above, so I'm not going to try to go for it. Just want to get access to this golden chest here, and get a little bit more money, but nothing too crazy. Hoping the super secret room would have been there. So yeah, and our actual base tears rate is awful. 1.86 is truly heinous. So it looks like we may have either. No, I don't think Liberty Cap proc. Liberty Cap is not guaranteed to proc in every room, by the way. One more for the road to make this fight a little bit easier with us in our 1.86 tiers rate. So it's decision time. Do we wait until the next floor to get the 2 bombs, 2 keys, or do we use it now for the 2 soul hearts? And I think you probably know where I'm going with this. Never mind. Squeezy. Pretty much the perfect item to drop. Not only does it give us a tiers rate, but it gives us 2 soul hearts. So now we definitely will retain the Pandora's box. What a drop. We go on to last week's question of the episode from the Hermanos episode, not Hermanos, as many of the Espanol mosh pit were quick to point out that the H's are usually silent in Spanish. But this one coming in from Heckin' Floofy, who said, question of the day, have you ever thought about doing a mini-series where people give you seeds with maybe a loose description of it and no description at all and try to run through them? It could be interesting to see. This was answered in that thread, but as I said a few weeks ago, where somebody got upset because I didn't answer their one question, even though it was something that was answered in the thread and also many years ago. I'm answering it anyway, which is there was a very short-lived mini-series on the channel called Seed League Heroes, where people would submit their seeds of Isaac runs, and usually they would have to tell me exactly what was going on in there. They would submit like, hey, I didn't beat this run, or this run's really tough, without spoiling stuff, obviously, so I have no prior knowledge of what's going on, just the general gist of the idea of what happened in the run, and then I would go back and try to beat it. It was initially pretty well received, but it got old after everyone just kept submitting just the most heinous seeds possible. And it culminated with the worst Isaac run I had seen ever, which was a Tiny Planet soy milk run that was it was horrible. It was absolutely terrible. Or maybe even soy milk wasn't even in there. So I didn't have any fun on it, and it was kind of affecting the commentary, and it kind of smacked to me as if people were just trying to find the most annoying seeds possible to play and then just kind of torture me. So we already get plenty of annoying seeds in our regular runs here throughout the weeks and stuff. So subjecting myself to more of that is something I don't want to do. But, of course, not all of them had to be bad. They could be some cool synergies and that sort of thing, too. But, obviously, most people wanted to just see if I could beat whatever seed was hounding them, or they're just trying to find the absolute worst seeds from the internet just to send to me. So, yeah. I'm never say never. It's definitely not a thing that I'm going to plan on bringing back anytime soon. But, I mean, you never know. There's definitely a devil deal in here. And I'm not paying HP to get Sanguine Bond. And Ghost Baby is Ghost Baby. We could take Ghost Baby to lock this in, but at this point, if we get Angel Deals, then whatever. And just to elaborate on the Seed League Heroes idea, what's going to happen, okay? What's going to happen is people are just going to look for the most heinous seeds imaginable, like a Tainted Jacob start that has Isaac's heart in the first room or something like that, or doesn't have any or has blind items, and then it turns out to be TM Trainer, something like that, which would be, for me, pretty much impossible to beat. Or maybe a Tainted Lost run that starts with one of those impossible to dodge rooms, and you have to burn your Holy Mantle early, stuff like that. So it's just as fun as some people may think that is. I think overall, most people in the mosh pit would rather the runs be fun and me having a somewhat good time anyway, for the most part. Not always, but for the most part, rather than just give me the worst seeds imaginable just to see if I can beat them. Which in those scenarios, I most likely wouldn't. Not gonna lie. We could get that key, but I'd rather just find the item room since we've now found every which way to go except the right one. I know the secret room is here. I don't think one of the Ipecac torsos are going to save us a bomb here. We could try to goad them into firing here, but it would take a while. It's also kind of dangerous. So I'm just not going to worry about it. We have 3 bombs. It's fine. My confidence in my ability to win goes down drastically when we start talking about characters that I do not play a whole lot of, if ever. And Jacob being one of them, Tainted Lost being the other. And you know that the people who would submit seeds are just going to do just that. Make sure that I play the worst of the worst. But I'm thankful that we haven't seen it inside of the challenge runs yet for the Invicta randomizer. I like Jello, but not here. I think for Pandora's Box, we get a boss item and 2 soul hearts on the next floor. That might be our exit point. Excuse me. I mean, look, Liberty Cap, if you're going to do something, at least proc inside of the boss room. No? Okay. Ooh, Black Frail is not a good Frail. Not even because of this phase, it's this phase right here with him going in the air and these shots that kind of go around randomly. The music doesn't stop for whatever reason. Yeah, I apologize about not fully explaining Missing No Week a little bit more in detail. I thought it would. I assumed that it would be kind of a foregone conclusion that we would just start with Missing No, and then just see what happens. But people weren't exactly getting that. And it's absolutely it's not y'all's fault either. It's absolutely 100% my fault for not explaining it a little bit more. So I do apologize about that. I definitely want to find the shop. So what's great about not having an item that requires a charge is that there's no real, quote, penalty for us to skip rooms right now. Yes, I will take Mysterious Paper over Liberty Cap. Now we're going to have to try to find this obnoxiously placed shop. Yep. The room. That's the room that we are not going to be able to just fly right through. And this floor just keeps on going, doesn't it, folks? All right, we need something good in the shop. We'll take a singular soul heart and dos bombas. I freaking knew as soon. Oh. As soon as I saw the corn dingles, I knew that was going to happen. That one of them was just going to do one of those really weird, random super launches that got right in our way and immediately take our soul heart away. So we basically went all the way down there for 2 bombs, and that was it. And that is not worth it. Yeah, we need some damage stats here, game. I appreciate the movement speed, I really do, and the shot speed's great, but we need more stuff like Squeezy. At least that helps out our DPS a little bit. What we don't need is range, movement speed, shot speed, anything like that. Basically what you've been giving us. You're moving way too fast. This damage is rough. We get a Tears upgrade and a bomb, which is good. I mean, technically that is kind of like Squeezy. Okay, so we get 4 soul hearts here. Now, if we wait until Womb 1, we get 2 boss items. But I think I'm going to throw in the towel here. I was hedging my bets to see if we could get something a little bit better for HP or damage or something, but it's pretty clear that we're probably going to end up going for the 4 soul hearts. So why Mercurius is great. Okay. Big room should be there. Should be right meow. The nickel. And we still have not found the item room. Or the shop. And by now, that means that given how much we've explored this map, that means that they're adjacent from one another. Now you could definitely argue, because some people violently hate teleport runs and Mercurius runs. There's 2 reasons why people don't like Mercurius runs or teleport meta runs. It's because they think I'm trying to rush through a video, and it's not a fun way to play. There's many advantages to skipping rooms like this. Where are we going here in this room? Let's try this again. My brain was broken. Standing there waiting for those. Yeah, we're done. I was standing there waiting for those spikes to retract, and they weren't going by. But there are some clear advantages to skipping through these rooms here. I've talked about it many times, but there's also disadvantages. I won't go over the advantages. Just know that it's safer to just skip a room and not have to go in the wrong direction than fight it. So just know that. But the disadvantages, of course, is that A, you need to get the full charges for your active item, assuming that you have one to be charged. And secondly, you're missing out on room clear rewards. So the detractors of the sort of skip meta do have a point. You do sacrifice an unknown amount of rewards from not clearing rooms and stuff. But at the same time, though, I would still rather retain my HP and not go in the wrong direction versus fighting rooms that I just simply don't have to. Most of the time. Now, of course, it's stuff like teleport meta, items like Mercurius, you don't have to use them. I just choose to because I really like the playstyle, and also it's Invicta navigation. I don't know why Halitosis wasn't registering there. We get a regular HP upgrade and an Angel Deal that gave us the mine, so at least we'll know where not to go. Hilarious game. Curse the Lost, right after getting the mind. Aim a better duo. Well, we still don't have a damage upgrade. Gotten 2 Tears upgrades, and it was a not great upgrade there with 1 HP, because now, on top of the fact that we didn't get a double deal, cool. We only have 1 more boss encounter left for us to actually get some kind of stat upgrade. That's going to be in Womb 1. There's our Fool card. I don't know what that launch speed was from that fly, but don't ever do that again, game. Please get this bomb fly out of here. Thank you. Oof, this damage is quite pathetic right now, and the intruder is not going to help anything. You get spider bite, which is a good tier effect, but does not help out our damage at all. So those triple shots you're seeing there are coming from the intruder, and if we take damage in a room, then the intruder will activate and then become its own little spider familiar that goes around and shoots on its own. Also gives Isaac one of the most horrific faces imaginable. We don't really need Mom's Key. I'd much prefer, well, even Keeper's Sack is not really going to help us out, so I guess we'll take Mom's Key. The reason why Keeper's Sack wouldn't necessarily help here is because there's no more shops on this run, and we are not doing a victory lap with 0 damage upgrades. No thank you. We would have to find something absolutely enormous in the boss rush and in this possible devil deal for me to consider a victory lap. But another good thing about Mercurius is that it's almost a guaranteed boss rush if you start with it, at least. At the time of this recording, we're severely lacking memes. We need some new memes on the memes of the day. Also, shout out to the Mosh Pit Discord as well. I want to remind everyone, if you happen to be in the Discord and you're not watching these on YouTube for the comment section, or if you're not on Reddit or anything like that, then please post your memes of the days in the Discord as well. You can also submit your question of the days in the meme of the day submission channel on Discord. I just want to remind everyone there, kind of plug all aspects of the Mosh Pit extended universe. Gotta be better about plugging my own stuff. Whether it be the Discord or Like Street Goals or Patreon, randomizer, all that stuff. I don't make a very good shill. At least a self shill anyway. I'm pretty good at selling stuff, but not for my own devices. We did not get a devil deal. Jacob's Ladder is great, but it's certainly not going to solve any of our issues in regards to the rest of this run. We go to the item room. First room there. Yeah, we did go to the item room because that's where we got the intruder from. Godspeed, again, does not help us at all. But we got an Emperor card. That'll help us a lot. The dead end, isn't it? Yep. I remember now. This is where we fought the Fistula. Fistula! I think Dragula is a very underrated Rob Zombie track. There's nothing in there I want. Rob Zombie is just one of those, and White Zombie by extension. It's just one of those bands that I never really think too much about until I start kind of going over in my mind how many songs I enjoy by them, and then I realize, oh, you know what? I'm kind of a Zombie fan a little bit. Definitely not my biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of White Zombie and stuff, but he's got a few songs I like. I do like, Dragula, we already talked about that. More Human Than Human, of course, is just a classic. And I really, really, really like Super Beast. Super Beast is probably one of my favorite songs, but I'll tell you another underrated song by Rob Zombie is one that appeared in Guitar Hero, and that's Black Sunshine. That song is an underrated classic. I don't want you to say classic. It's just it's a very underrated Rob Zombie song. I cannot get enough of the midsection of that song. And for me, I'm someone who likes really simple riffs and repeating riffs. I don't know why they just kind of scratch that brain itch that I know and love, and also the ear itches as well. It's the midsection of the Black Sunshine song that goes that part is just great, and I mean I can listen to the midsection of that song all day. Okay, let's stop taking damage. How about this? Let's stop rambling. Let's actually play the game here, because this is garbage right now. Taking way too many hits against Skull-X. With this movement speed, there's absolutely no excuse. I don't care how bad your damage is. You should not be taking damage against Skull-X ever. Peter's pitching the fit. It's been doing that ever since the last NVIDIA update. Get a Tears Up. We got another Tears Up, and yep. I do like Seraphim, or I do like Salvation. I also kind of like the Urn of Souls, to be honest. And another Curse the Lost. Second one we've gotten in 3 floors ever since getting the Mind. Again, to the surprise of absolutely nobody. Hey, it's one big old dead end. That's what I love about Me Curious. We get into a room like that, we can just simply nope on out of there. Same thing there. All right. With Curse of the Lost, we're bound to be hitting some dead ends. Yes, technically I could bypass this by just using the Emperor card, but you know this ain't going to be the last Curse of the Lost. Okay. There we go. More dead ends abound. All right. Now let's go to the real side of the map. Really hoping we're going to find, yeah, it's a funny game. Really hoping that we were going to find a red heart before something like that happened. Jacob's Ladder is going to help us a little bit. Yeah, that's a funny game. But it's not the end-all be-all. Now, having the Tears Up from Divorce Papers definitely does help out a lot. This is our last chance here at getting a Devil Deal. Now, every time we get hit with Salvation, the Aura of Thorns becomes more and more wide, making it easier to hit enemies. I don't know how that shot hit us there. It is impossible to see where our head is, with us, you know, missing our entire head. But this is what a run with 0 damage upgrades looks like. And November continues to be one on, one off. I mean, the Kain Greed run wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either, but entirely too much damage. Guppy's Eye. I may have to take Little Brimstone here. Taking a little brimstone for damage. We could take Sack Altar as well to get down to Polar Invincibility, but I have a feeling we're going to need the HP. Yeah, there's a library, so it is possible that we may need to do some full clears in here. Okay, I'm going to leave that charge key because if there is the Book of Revelations or the Satanic Bible, we are going to need every ounce of full charge we can. So I'm trying not to clear these rooms necessarily. I just want to get them, just want to get through them without taking damage. We have to clear this room, obviously. So there's a soul heart in that fire. According to Guppy's eye, anyway, which frequently lies to you. That's why we took Little Brimmy. Little Brimmy, it's time for you to be the MVP, son. There is not, but there is the Book of Sin, which can give us a... It potentially could give us a soul heart, but the problem is that we could get possibly even more from the deck of cards. So I'm going to begrudgingly go with the deck of cards over the Book of Sin. I do not want to fight greeds. This is where Little Brimmy is going to have to take over. Are we not hitting you? One thing we can do is utilize, and you see me do it right here, just utilize the full range of Brimstone, Little Brimmy, and just stay back and let him just kind of pick away. Little Brimstone, it's not like he does bad damage or anything like that. It's just, it'd be better if he was not our primary source of damage. Yeah. We could sneak the challenge room over here, which is what I'm going to do. This lack of damage is scary. Very scary. Let's go see what the charge key gives us here. And it gives us a chariot card. We can use that against Isaac. Doesn't give us much here. Half soul heart. Again, it's not much, but let's scout. Let's scout with Mercurius, see if we can find any more blue fires that have. See, look how dangerous that would have been if we couldn't just back out of there. I just want to see if we can find any more blue fires that may have a soul heart. Yeah, that Black Death room right there is the perfect demonstration of why you want Mercurius and to skip these rooms when you can. Again, I'm just forward scouting here. I'm not seeing, I'm just looking for blue fires. Every room becomes a very difficult mini boss fight with damage at these levels. And there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to survive through Isaac. Especially if we end up taking damage against him and we lose our head. So we'll see if me not going down to Polar Invincibility was the right call or not. A scary, really scary spot to be in, but it would have been better now that we have 5 HP. But don't worry, that 5 HP can go down real quick, and then we have to turn back around and grab the Emperor card. And honestly, I think we should do that first, right now. Just so we don't have to traverse through, because who knows what HP we're going to be left on. Trying to take a preventative, proactive measure here. But this is going to be the fight. This is the run right here. This is for all the marbles, because we can take Blue Baby, but with this damage against Isaac, it is far from a foregone conclusion that we're going to do anything here. We got to be locked in. Forgive the radio silence, please. Trying to keep Little Brimstone in position to hit Isaac without us having to move too much. Recenter him. Right by doing work. I didn't like that angle that Isaac was approaching at. Got a couple of cheeky hits there with Salvation on him. Okay, well, we no-hit Isaac, and that was not expected. Oof, man, that was rough. 0 damage upgrades, everybody. Here we go, and, well, we get Pyro, which is gonna at least help us a little bit. I guess we could take Rainbow Baby as well. Buckfoot doesn't do anything. But this is why we have our Emperor card. Now, just because we're here, we still have to stay locked in. Run's not over yet. Blue Baby, even though he's easier than Isaac, in my opinion, is not a pushover either. And he's got his own set of BS that he can throw at you. No hitting Isaac was big, though. And that's what I'm talking about right there. Having shots completely turn 180 when they've already passed you. It's always infuriating. What? And there we go. Quite the nightmare of a run with 0 damage. Honestly, the biggest and best upgrade we got there was the item we started with, was Mercurius. If we don't have Mercurius on that run, I think that run goes south very, very, very quickly. And this run also would have taken at least an hour and possibly more than that. So shout out to Mercurius, shout out to Skip Meta. It works. I know some people don't like it. And I understand why up to a certain point, but in this case, it absolutely saved our keisters in this run because we would have been cooked with 0 damage upgrades. That is just truly awful, November. But we keep pressing on. So thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Remember, 2,000 likes now is all we need. We can easily do that, Mosh Pit. I have faith in you. And have a great start to your weeks. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Loannis Z, Wyatt Sipes, Greg Davis, and Candela. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.